If you had any chili stuff you got for Christmas. I've had some of it, not all of it. It's a slow burn, that one. What was I going to do? Yes, assembler. We need an assembler. Oh, come on, I need iron. Stuck it all in that box. Those things is one, isn't it? Right, I think it's ready. $22 of those a minute. Nice. We're getting there. We're making the stuffs. Matt Lantis, thanks for 10. You saw Dyson next to the stream a bit and was like, what is a stream of him cleaning his house? You know, I was about to say nobody would want to watch that, but I've seen the things people watch on Twitch, and I absolutely guarantee that some people would watch a cleaning stream, and then there'll be loads of people chipping in going, well, I like to use this cleaning product, and for that particular thing that you're doing there, I like to use these cloths. What's missing to make the intro thingy? Basically, so with the processor is the main thing now. The particle container, we're now making these. Copper we've got, graphene we've got, so we can now assemble them. Yeah? So I'm not worried about that anymore. So the main thing now is the processor, because we've got titanium ingots that we've got on the other planet. To do that we need circuit boards. Circuit boards we have. Microcrystalline components we're currently not making. So now we need to go and assemble the silicon that we got back with the copper. So yeah. If only I could fly the stuff back. Can you mine out planets entirely and have them disappear? That would be something. You can mine the veins and have them disappear, but not the planet. The planet stays. Just the resources, if you like. Right, I've got some of them. I don't know how long that iron injection's going to last. Oh, this is like early base stuff. This is horrible. Like that mine there's running at full tilt. I'm not worried about that one. This one's coming on and off, and half of this is not even done yet.
don't you bring a belt to your home planet?
That would be amazing. That would be a very long belt. Oh, I don't think I can get all these. Look at that. How annoying is that? I can get the one at the bottom, and I can get the one at the top, but I can't get the one at the bottom and the top. Oh, I can! On that pixel. Yeah, space belts. Considering you made things from another planet, you can manually make yellow blocks. Why not finish that research and then automate the interthingy? Because to make yellow blocks, I need diamond. I also need titanium crystals. Now, where do I get titanium crystals from? I get them from titanium. Where do I get titanium from? From the other planet. So I still have to manually bring stuff over until I get to the point where I can make yellow blocks. Also, diamond requires graphite. So that I can make now. That's fine. I can make loads of diamonds, which will devalue the price of diamonds. But this one's slightly different because this one is organic crystal. Organic crystal comes from plastic, refined oil, and water. That is easy. That we have. Plastic is refined oil again. So I need another chemical factory. It's like a yak shave. I need this, therefore I need those two. But to get that one, I need this from that planet, and I need to get that from over here, which I need that stuff from this. And you end up with this tree in your head of... Okay. How many yellow blocks? Well, that's an easier question to answer. So, to do the interplanetary, we need 120 yellow blocks. So I reckon if we can drag enough titanium back from the other planet and mess about and make some stuff on this planet, we can just about get enough yellow blocks to unlock that. And just feed them into the matrix manually. Tim Thunderbeast, have you played London DLC for OMSI 2? And if so, what's your opinion? No, I have not. I gave up after waiting for it for 3 years. I don't have OMSI installed anymore. See, the thing about OMSI is when I fire it up, it feels like I'm playing a game from the 90s now. I just can't, like, compared to where it should be. You know what I mean? It's just like... I love OMSI for what it was, but it's just... It's too dated for me now. That's why I stopped playing it. The clunky controls, the clunky memory handling, the sector loading when you move from one place to another. There's just so much that is a bit eh. The London DLC was just the craziest DLC, man. Crazy. We need to smelt the stuff out of here more efficiently than what's going on right now. Because it's already chucking a full stack. We need another stack of iron. That's staying where it is because it's fully stacked. So we can't do anything more with that. Unless we upgrade the belt speed. Which we could theoretically do because we're making that stuff. Wish there was more land around here. I think there's enough land here to create another smelting array for this. And then create an extra belt. You found a bit of titanium on your starter moon and the random rocks flying around. Nice. You're going to do more than one trip for titanium. I can believe it, dude. I've already done one run. Let me just change these power connectors. Yeah, also these provide wireless charging as well. So when you stand near them, they actually charge your mecha from the grid. So the more of them you have, the less fuel you burn on the mecha. I think it's 6 smelters to do a full stack of a Mark 1 belt, isn't it? It seems to be the going rate. Just looking at what's going on here. 6 smelters there, and that's a full stack belt. I need some inserter thingies. Neutronix, thank you for 18 months. 2 Twitch babies. The childcare costs alone, man. Right, what did I do with the belt production? I should put them on the belt. Actually, yeah. We're making, yeah. Hang on a sec. If we put these on the bus and send them downstream, they can be combined. What's a 4-second chunk? You know what? If I was starting this game again, I think when I do... Oh, God. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. No. I would pretty much always have these belts raised when you're running them long distance. I just keep them elevated. And then drop them to ground level when you're going to assemble something. I just think it's a better way of doing it. Let's download 1 chunk of videos, 4 seconds, previous 2 chunks. Did you know that you can stack splitters on top? I did. I've yet to figure out what use that is, but I know you can do it. Right, so we've got these standard inserter things. And to make the faster ones, we need to combine them with these. We have lots of these. Lack of material. What are we lacking? Probably iron. Iron's nearly gone. Yeah, the fact that you can stack belts is more of a satisfactory thing than it is a, like a factorial thing, isn't it? Like, Satisfactory has that concept, whereas Factorial you cannot stack belts because it's fundamentally a 2D game. We want them. Splitter thingy. Let's see. We need to get this right way around. Sviv, thank you 30 months. Actually. That's all for that. Oh, I've just put in the wrong place. What a numpty. Why am I going to the box? No, I didn't want to do that. Misclick hide. That's frustrating. Not to worry, we can easily fix it. Right, so that needs to go. That needs to go on there. That needs to go on there. Luckily, it doesn't take too long to fix. There we go. The Dyson doesn't suck as much of the vax. What do you mean? Mech Warrior mixture satisfactory? No. Need them. We don't need so many. I think that will do. So we've got a little bit of a shopping mall going on here, which is good. Let's go and solve that iron crisis. Right, we want to get all of that iron out of here and smelt it in here. Factorio smelting layout. Dude, at some point, they're going to add blueprints. And when they add blueprints, that's when people are going to start coming up with efficient smelting arrays and things like this that are mathematically, like, balanced. But I do want, like, you can only really, they only really work at the equator. Once you start moving them towards the poles and then the gaps between the belt and the inserter start doing this, that's when things start to get a bit variable. Rich P, thank you for 38 months. Let's chuck it, all of that into a box. I think we have to split this. It's needed in that array and this array. Well, I think this one should output priority this way. You can do underground belts. Can you do? No. I don't believe you can. I've not found a way of doing it. Which I'd have thought, actually. What we could do is add a third one here and have that feed in, because this one's supplementing this one. This one can't produce enough for that array, so this is a supplemental. But what we could do is add a third one over here. Get this to be the supplemental. So where it's currently feeding in there. And then we can use that one a bit more dedicated. So I reckon we can just ramp up. Yeah, I'm gonna stop the burr in a minute. Please, come on. break that. You're in the install phase and your original planets hasn't run out of a bunch of nodes that have emptied. Wait, so the nodes have run out, but it's not... I would have thought a bunch of nodes would have run out by now. Right, that can supplement that. This can go completely. Stick that into that. I'm hoping that that will effectively act like a load balancer, and it'll share the resources between these two. I believe that's correct. So what we'll do is we'll stack this iron belt on top of that iron belt. And this is where it completely differs from Factorio, right? I want to make a single line that goes around the smelter with two lines. Because I wanted to make sure that it was evenly balanced on both sides. So what I did was I put everything into a splitter, and I know the splitter's going to go left, right, left, right, left, right. So it will create a balanced output. See what I mean? Can this thing just carry on, I wonder? Oh, you scumbag game. It's just like Factorio has that as well. You know when you're building belts and then you're running along the belt line and something just like a stone just knocks you off. It's so annoying. How come she sees this some of the production not moving at all? Because, for example, the science is completely shut down right now because there's no science happening because I need to make yellow cubes, which is something I'm working on right now. I'm just solving an iron crisis, and then I'll get onto yellow science. because pretty much all of this iron's getting consumed by the time it's getting down here, so I want to make sure we've got plenty of iron because it's being supplemented here right now. So the real question is, how do we want to split this? I mean, we could just throw it into a load balancer, but it's not really solving the issue. Yeah, but it's not. I kind of want a load balancer with a pass-through, don't I? So what I want to do is I want to feed... I want to supplement this with that, but then carry on with this. So it like pushes onto that belt if it has gaps, and then the rest of it just carries on. It's kind of what we want. So I think we'll start by get rid of that. What's the best thing for that, I wonder? Something like that, I think. So we chuck that into there, and it will of course carry on. But it'll also output here with a priority there. So it's something like that. And then this should be okay. Oh god, it's gonna like weave its way through this network of belts now. Could you just add with a priority to the splitter you have on the line? Well, that's what it's doing now. It's prioritized an output to there, so that will always be full. Like that belt will always make sure that belt's now full. But you kind of want to do it again here, don't you? You want, every time you split, you want to backfill. Like in Factorio, that's really easy to do. But because you're in 3D, it's a little bit harder. But essentially, what you want to do is the same thing here. Because you've split off, you want to backfill. The only thing I'm concerned about now is how to weave past the rest of this mess. Shouldn't you focus on making level 2 belt sorters to solve your supply problems? I have a list of things to do, dude. Yellow science is the biggest priority. Right now I'm just trying to make sure the iron gets to this kind of factory area. And then I'm going to go back to doing yellow science. The level 2 belts can wait for now. But this was a bit of an iron crisis going on, so I had to fix it. There we go. That's solved. That's now working. Let me quickly save that. We'll call that stream 4. Okay. Let's turn our attention to yellow science now. I seem to be carrying around a lot of junk with me. Electromagnetic turbines, off my list. Done. Next one is yellow science. Now to do yellow science, we're going to need diamond, which we can make now. So we'll go and start making diamonds. That's an easy one to sort out. And the rest is going to be titanium runs. I'll get some fuel from somewhere. That's our special box. This is the temporary box. I don't like the way it doesn't automatically stack. Like, you can have a 50 and a 2 and it won't stack them. There should be a button that you can click just to insta-stack or insta-sort. They definitely need to work on that. Sounds like Minecraft. It's not in-game music, dude. Let's get some graphite. Actually, there's plenty of graphite down here. Graphite for days. There is a button. Hang on a sec. Have I missed that? Oh, that one. Dude, that's not a sort button. That's like an undo button. It's like a go back. I would never have clicked that. And even if you hover over it, it doesn't actually say what it does. What the heck? Oh well, whatever. Right, there's a graphite supply currently being made into graphene. Lots and lots of graphene. It's actually going up. No, it's not going up. Is there any way we can increase the supply? Actually, that can... Okay, yeah. We can smelt more of this. We can definitely smelt more of this stuff.
When Paul has an error message after realization.
Okay, I see how it is. I'm sure you've never, you know, had streamer blindness. As a planetary curvature being a bit of a headache, it feels a bit roundish. It gets worse. Look, the more south you go, the worse it gets. So when you want to build something, look what happens. But here's the really interesting thing about this game, and this is unique. Now that's something you don't see in Factorio. So I'm thinking what you could do is you could probably chuck one of these star thingies, what are they called, here, a planetary logistics system. When we can make one, we can slap it like here, and then you can have a circle of material going on and off. Like, I don't know, just there must be something interesting that you can do with this concept. You know, like a circular motorway of logistics. You know what I mean? There's got to be something there. But that is definitely unique. Like, Factorio does not have circular or even curving belts. That's just emergent behavior from the fact that you're on a curved planet. So there's good and bad in it. How are we doing? Okay, that's just not good enough. That is not good enough. We are starved on output. We need to use 2 inputs and 2 outputs. We're gonna have to nick this side. As an output, we're gonna have to combine these inputs. Now looking at that belt stack there, we need to combine those 2 and then get the remainder. Okay. So if we bring the input into there, and then we bring the input of that into there, and then that's the surplus. And this is always... Oh, come on, game. What? I literally can't output from this splitter because of the curvature of the planet. Come on. That's nuts. Oh, I can't output it because of where I've put it. Okay, let's try putting it like here. Oh my god. We've had a lot of faffing about because of that mechanic. Dude, that's just nasty. Okay, right. Let's go further. So let's go here then. Right? Right, we got that one. There we go. So now we create an output priority that way. So in theory, this is always a stack belt. This is the surplus. We then take the surplus and combine it with this one. And we should end up with something that's stacked. And then we chuck it in. So we should have 2 stacked going in, is what I'm thinking will happen. Oh my god, game. That's not needed. So there are 2 maximum belts going in now, which is about the best we can hope for. Which means we should be able to extract 2 maximum belts out the side of this thing. Is what I'm thinking. We're not going to split it. There we go. We're able to sort of jink our way around the curvature of the planet a bit. Carl Kerr, thank you for almost 4 years, Carl. Black Hawk, so 71 months. This has been a long time. Yes. So they're now running a little bit more efficiently. This one's not staying on, but there's not a lot we can do with that. Unless we get really clever. This stuff is making it to the end. If that starts backlogging, you might be able to get another smelter in there. No, we are using all the smelters. I don't know whether we're using them efficiently, but we're using them. No, it's not quite doing it, is it? It's still scratching around for resources. I mean, no, it's not a lot of wait time, but there's definitely a wait time there. Was that one is always got fuel. This one is like not got fuel, got fuel, not got fuel, got fuel. But it'll do. We've got an almost compressed belt of graphite coming out of here. A lot of graphene's being made. And the point of this was to make diamond. So how do we make diamond? That's not diamond, that's diamond. Diamond is made in a smelting factory. 1 graphite to 1 diamond over 2 seconds. Okay. So we could probably just take a split from this because this is not running continuously anyway. So as long as we've got a splitter, which we do, we'll just chuck that in the mix. That should be fine. At least half of the graphite's being made into graphene and the other half being made into diamond. There's no use to storage local coal. It's not used for anything but smelters. It's not storage, it's a buffer. In my builds, I like having buffers. I like having buffers before and after, if you see what I mean. Endpoint is storage. Anything on the way is a buffer. So if something breaks down in this supply chain, like if I have to rework some stuff here, if I had to mess around with this, or the power drops, or whatever I don't know, this buffers the supply to that. That's why I do it. You still have outputs on the storage box? Yes, we do. What's your point? You can't use them. That one can't be used because of the curvature, if that's your point. And 2 of these green ones can stack a belt, so if you put a 3rd one there, nothing happens. 2 greens can do a Mark 1 belt stack. Vintori, welcome to the weekend. Thank you for 38 months, Vintori. So we want to smelt this stuff. We don't need many smelters. I think we'll just split it evenly. We'll have a output belt down the middle. I need to build a smelter. Look at them, like, they're literally converging like that. You meant for the graphite splitter thingy, so you don't have to split the other line. The graphite splitter thing. This one. This line's not being used, though. It's not a continuous flow, so I'm happy to split that. If that's what you mean. Or do you mean that splitter there is not being used? Yeah, this is not a continuous draw if you look at it. It keeps stopping and stuff. It's more than enough to flow. This is going to shut down soon anyway once all that graphene's done. So it should be okay. Just see the belt curvature issues. Okay, that's ready to rock and roll, I think. It would help, and it really would help, if I actually took the diamonds out. What I'm working on, diamonds, which we've just done, and then because we're trying to build this, and so we need crikey. What is it that needs? We needed diamonds for something. Was it this thing? Was it graphene? I can't remember anymore. Oh, yellow, that was it. Thank you. Yellow cubes. We're trying to get yellow science. Yeah. So we've got that, right? And now we need to have this, which are the titanium crystals. Now we're going to have to handcraft these things, unfortunately. We've got titanium ingots, we've got those, but we need these now, organic crystals. This is going to be a real pain. This is going to be a pain because plastic, like water, we have that, no problem. Refined oil, we have that, no problem. We have both of these things. Plastic, we've now got to take the refined oil and the graphite and combine them into plastic in a chemical factory. But the worst part about it is we've then got to get all those ingredients in the same place so we can actually make signs. It might just be easier handcrafting some signs initially. Oh my god. Speaking of refined oil... I smell a problem. I smell a problem that involves a storage tank, which I can temporarily fix. But once that helium fills up, I think it's because of the way this thing's set up. It prioritizes, doesn't it? Or it did do. Well, yeah, once that helium fills up, this sort of filter doesn't work anymore. That's what was happening there. It's interesting, isn't it? Because if you've got more than one component on a belt, and then you tell this thing to split, if one of the belts can't go anywhere, the splitter stops working and the other belt can't go anywhere. Well, I used to have that Jaeger head, but I kind of ran out of space, dude. So I ended up having to combine the belt. Because I used to have... the helium used to ramp up above. But because these splitters take insane amounts of space in the hitbox, I had to compromise and put everything on one belt. But that is a problem that's not going to go away. Unless I can ensure that we never fill up on the helium tank. But we will fill up on the helium tank. Liquid doesn't need to be stored. I'm trying to think why I had it stored anyway. I think it was just a buffer for this loop. See, what I might do is prioritize that way now. So we don't fill the tank anymore. The reason it goes around that loop is because this here cracks two hydrogen into 3 hydrogen. So this generates hydrogen. So by sending that extra hydrogen back around the loop, you basically generate hydrogen for not very much. That was what was going on. I'm guessing that's going to deplete now. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Now it's surplus. Maybe just run it like that. It might work better like that. Well, I don't want to burn it because I can make it into... is it deuterium you make it into? There's a machine that makes deuterium or something. I also want to make hydrogen fuel, which would solve this problem completely, to be fair. If we just start drawing that and making hydrogen fuel, which we can do hydrogen fuel rods, there we go. In the assembler with titanium. So yeah, if we throw titanium in there, we could literally just draw that. Still use loop, but put the overflow on the first stage in the red cubes. What do you mean? What we can't have is this tank filling up. If this tank fills up, the problem exists here, really, doesn't it? This is the problem. We can't let that belt stop. If it does, this belt stops. And if this belt stops, all hell breaks loose. We just can't have this stopping for any reason. See, in Factorio, you can say, you know, if this tank gets above a certain level, then switch on the burners and start burning stuff away. You can't do that yet in this game. You can't create logic. Line needs to be split. Prioritize the storage but overflow to the red cubes. If I prioritize to this storage, then this will fill. Like, that's exactly what it did. When this fills, this stops. So I can do that, but I need to solve this problem first. We need to make sure that the oil still flows when the helium doesn't. And here's the thing, right? If the helium doesn't flow, it can't come out of these refineries, and then the refineries stop. So either way, you have to take away the helium and oil. You have to. If you stop taking one away, the other one will stop being made, because the refinery can't output. You can with a prioritizer splitter. You can what? Well, we can add more storage, but ultimately, you know, there's a limit to storage. Yeah, burn the gas off, exactly. And we know we need a lot more oil, because we've got plenty of things that are going to depend on this oil, which we now don't have very much of. That lack of oil has brought the sulfuric storage right down. So we definitely need more oil. Before you put it into storage, place the splitter. Prioritize to fill the storage, and the rest you can divert to the red cubes. What, the helium? I think what you're saying is... I don't know if that's going to fix the problem. Because if you prioritize the hydrogen into here, then none of it will go to... I don't know. I don't know what will work. Make more red cube. Well, they're going to shut down at some point anyway. They're just building up red cubes right now. Assume the blue cubes are full, yeah. All of this is shut down because we don't have yellow signs. There's nothing to research without yellow signs. At some point, these red cubes are going to stop. Anyway, we're going to have to come back and sort that out. We've got other things to do. But what I'm worried about now is we don't have enough refined oil. So I might have to use some other crude oil to make refined oil. Little planets with sulfuric acid on it, really? Blimey. Just looking at some of the stuff that we need, for example, this thing here. Is it that one? There was lots of things that seemed to start needing sulfuric acid, refined oil to make. Like plastic, I think was one, wasn't it? Yeah, look, to make this plastic, we need refined oil. Which, if you look, we don't have a lot of. And that is being made into sulfuric acid. So right now, we're going to have to make more refineries. And if we make more refineries, we're going to have to deal with the hydrogen. Oh, the yak shave is real. I just want some yellow cubes. Oh dear. Is there a tech tree to see that you can use? Yeah, there's a tech tree. There's a tech tree. As it stands. But you can see everything now demands yellow signs. So if I want to do interstellar stuff, I need 120 yellow signs. How about burning looping hydrogen off into the fuel-driven thermals? You can burn off the energy as long as there's a power demand for it, if you see what I mean. I think we're going to have to make more oil. There's not enough oil to go around here. Can you hunt butchers in this game? 1.72, 1.19. There's a whole lot of oil extraction possibility here. Get some stone from somewhere. Wait, generator capacity 37, consumption demand 40. What? Oh god. We are underpowered. For some reason we are underpowered. Valencia, oh my god. Thank you very much for gifting 10 subs to the chat, Valencia. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And if you just got a sub, please give Valencia Thralwen a massive thank you, guys. 10 subs. So now I've got another problem I need to solve. Power generation. I can probably cope with a few more of these. Belt is not quite fully stacked, is it? That's on, that's not on yet. Nope, this just doesn't provide enough coal. We're going to have to put 2 more miners around here and upgrade to fast belts just to shunt the coal through. That's what we're going to have to do. You don't realize how much power these green sources consume even at rest. When touring things, remembering a lot of them, they weren't needed or cheap. Interesting. I didn't realize they used a lot of power. 36 kilowatts. Idle consumption, 9 kilowatts. 9 kilowatts for doing nothing? That's a lot. Flipping heck. I don't want to burn the hydrogen off though, because I want to make hydrogen fuel cells, because that's the best for your mecha. So I'd rather not burn hydrogen. Yeah, that's true actually. We could convert the coal into graphite and then burn the graphite. That would last longer, wouldn't it? It wouldn't spin through it quite as much. Of course, you'd have to smelt it, wouldn't you? I think the easiest fix is to make 2 more mining machines. And can we make fast belts? I so want to get this intraplanetary stuff up, but it just seems like a massive yak shave doing it. I didn't realize we had a massive power problem. I could have done without this. Okay, I guess we need to feed both of these into here. We can do that using standard belt, can't we? We get that. That should start filling that up. This one will shove into here. Hey, you know the splitters, these things. What happens if you put Mark 1 belts into it and Mark 1 belts out of it? We know that works. If you put Mark 2 belts into it and Mark 2 belts out of it, does the splitter automatically split more quickly? In Factorio, you have to have faster splitters. Do you have to do that in this game, or does the splitter just automatically keep up with it? The splitters go fast. Huh. That's interesting. I wonder if it takes more power when it does. much fast belt we got? 279. They can't even keep up with that. 3 of them can't even stack that belt. Well, this is going to break power, isn't it? Ay caramba, look at that go. Well, it looks like they're getting, that's getting plenty of fuel now. Right, now I'm just going to upgrade this one. Which is made more difficult because I should be... Let's see. Actually, no, it's fine. It's fine. We can just do the fast belt from this side. Alrighty then. That doesn't seem right somehow. There's, honestly, Chris, there is literally always something to keep busy. It is the perfect multiplayer game, this. Just like Factorio. Okay, what does the grid look like now? Capacity 57, consumption 48. Alright. That's a bit better. But that vein reserve is counting down scarily quickly. One of the belts is a dead end. Which one? Should be there. Which belt is a dead end? I don't see the problem. That's true, Captain Flint. I know what you're saying, though. Oh, you mean that bit? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, how long is that going to last? Right, fuel problem solved. What was the thing we was actually doing? Oil. We're about to make a lot of oil. That was it. Oil to make refined oil. Yes. I'll extract to that. I don't know how efficient solar panels are. Core energy will soon deplete. Not if I stand next to a power charger. Tom Sunday, thank you for 73 months, Tom.